You're listening to the C1D Paintball Podcast. Remember to subscribe to us on YouTube, Spotify, and our Discord. Hey there, Andrew. Welcome to the C1D Paintball Podcast. It's the Officers Club. Volume 1, Chapter 1, Part 1, Podcast 1, maybe the only one ever. We may never know unless we do one tomorrow, right? Okay, I've got two of our regular hosts and a special guest. First of all, I'd like to thank Connor coming from the other side of this wall in my house. Yes, living in his mother's basement. I love saying that on the show. Connor, how has your day been so far?
It was hot, long, and so I'm ready to finish this with airing into some horrible opinions on the topic of the podcast. Looking for some spicy takes.
Okay, so we got a hot angle. We got somebody coming in ready to fire from the hip there. Speaking of firing from the hip, he's killed me many times firing from the hip in paintball. Mike.
How's it going, everybody? Sounds like might lose some friends here today. The topic.
Well, when you got no friends like me, there's none to lose. So our special guest, a gentleman who's been playing games with we first played video games with him. Connor, you did what, a good 10 years ago? When he lured you into his van outside your school? Okay.
About 10 years ago, yeah. I think it'd be 10 years next year.
We actually flew down to Philadelphia to go to an Overwatch event, which I didn't know anything about the game, so I'll stand on that. We met Sam there. He was our host. It was wonderful. I went to a Phillies game. He took us for some really good cheesesteak. And
cheesesteak.
Hey, it's made with Philly cream cheese, right? Welcome to. He's also been playing for our EASHL, NHL, whatever year you're playing. We've had a team for 8 straight years. He's had some good seasons, but he's a veteran of that. Look at this build-up. Sam, just say something so I can stop.
No, I want you to keep going.
He's loving it. He's loving it.
A big ego boost. Please continue.
And now that everybody's heard his voice, it's like he's got to host this damn thing with a voice like that. Sam and Connor have been gaming a long time. Mike is more of a gamer than me. Why are we talking about games? What does this have to do with the Officers Club? An Officers Club is we're going to do podcasts once in a while, the Officers Club. So a few of us from the group, guess that means we're all officers. And we got a guest. Right, on this one. And
I think Sam might be an officer of the Discord, if anything. He helped set it up, and he's technically the person who created it so that we can have the bot that he paid for. So
it is true.
There you go.
He's the officer.
I'm the behind the scenes officer.
Well, you know what? You know what, Connor?
So
when I'm printing the next set of
I'll
tattoos,
shut it down.
Nothing like a little extortion.
Note it. Oh God.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to have occasional podcasts where we don't necessarily talk about paintball, but this is kind of paintball related, and I'm going to let you guys run with it. We're going to be talking about the Battlefield 6 beta test. It is, as we record this, as the machine actually is recording this. It was 2 days. It was 2 days ago because it's Tuesday. The first weekend, which is cool. I only managed to play a couple games. These guys played a lot more than that. And it's come up again this weekend. And the reason why I kind of alluded to, paintball, it's kind of paintball related. It's funny because Connor and I went to an airsoft event a few weeks ago. And a lot of those guys like Tarkov, strategic games like that, like slow-paced games, which is cool because it works. And airsofters think, well, that's like Call of Duty. You guys all love Call of Duty. I find the one game that when I bring it up to airsoft or paintball that they like, so it's kind of this union, is Battlefield. And so we played Battlefield 6. Again, I'm not an expert on this. I'll give my opinion when it fits, which might not be a lot in this. And I'm going to let the boys talk about Battlefield. Connor, do you want to kind of just set up, first of all, okay, I'm a potato gamer. I love some games that are just horrible, but for me personally, I got an amazing vibe from this because of the maps. I thought the maps were wild, but I only saw 2 of them. I want you guys to take it. Once again, Connor, Mike, and Sam, let's go.
Yeah, man. I feel like I couldn't have done this podcast without Sam, too. Another big thing you didn't introduce him on is he's the veteran probably here on Battlefield out of all of us. Sam, I guess, just before we talk about Battlefield 6, can you talk about your brief introduction, I guess, to Battlefield, when you started? What Battlefield do you think is the best, maybe?
I guess I started a little bit with Battlefield 2, then kind of got more into it with Battlefield Bad Company 2, and then kind of have been playing it ever since. I don't think I've really played much of 5, but kind of my favorite ones are kind of that sequel of 3, 4, and then 1. I think that was kind of the peak era.
For sure.
Battlefield 1, baby.
Did you ever play Battlefield 1942? I forgot how old you were, but
No, I did not play that one.
I remember that.
Maybe Mike's the veteran then.
I just had to throw that in there because that was what introduced me to Battlefield. But there was a massive gap in between that. There was a computer cafe across the street when I was a kid, where you could, for like $10 US, you could go over, I think, $10 an hour, and you'd get like a free drink, a bag of chips, and an hour code to play whatever game you wanted on these computers.
Damn.
Like 16 lined up on both walls. Lots of LAN parties and stuff. But that's where I got into Diablo, and it was Battlefield 1942. It was a terrible game, but that's how I started Battlefield.
Nice.
I think they made like a 1941 like mod that you could play later. It was a little updated on the Xbox 360 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So how much time did you guys spend last weekend on the Battlefield 6 beta? Any of you go? Okay, Sam. I got to do something here. You know, I got a big mouth. Sam, about how many games? Even if it's just a handful. Hey, I admit it. I only played 2, and unfortunately, I started playing at what time was it? It was too late. It's like, man, I should have played this earlier. How much time did you get in with that, Sam?
I don't know. We played Friday a little bit. No, Friday wasn't up yet.
Yeah, for us, yeah. Saturday.
Saturday we played a good handful of games, and then Sunday we played a little more. I don't know how many games, but a good handful of hours.
Nice.
Yeah.
Got into it.
For sure.
Mike, I know that I was leaving, I think. Oh, no, I did. Did I play a game with you? I can't remember.
No, I think I took your spot.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
And then I took Mike's spot, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
It was a revolving door.
It's trading off. I got to play a few days before you guys, but I didn't really get into it that heavy. I needed like some friends to play with, or like just something, because I wasn't feeling it the first day or two. I probably played 3 or 4 games a day, but then when I started playing with some friends and stuff, it got better for me. I had to give it that second chance for sure. I'm glad I did.
There you go. Connor, I know you have some questions. You got a little outline, so I'm just going to shut up here and you guys enlighten me.
Okay. When I say I have questions, it's very loose.
That's
questions.
Okay.
I was just writing stuff down quickly as soon as I got out of the shower.
It's the officers club. We're just having a drink and shooting the shit. Don't worry.
All right. So, I guess I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points to hit at. So I guess we can all just take turns talking about it and see if any discussion goes from there. So this goes a little bit into what Mike was already saying with how he started before. What are your first impressions generally about the game? Dad, let's go with you. What are your general first impressions?
Smooth. It was a very smooth, polished beta. I don't play a lot of video games, but with you, I've played quite a few betas of things. It was polished, and yeah. I know sometimes you get blinders when you see a game because you're excited about it and you don't see negative stuff. No, it was just smooth.
Sure. And that's the smoothness is something I guess we can touch on after. So I'll just say things, our initial impressions, and we'll probably expand off of those in my other points. So, Mike, you already kind of mentioned your first impressions, but would you like to just say it
Sure,
again, I
yeah.
guess?
I agree with Andrew. I thought it was super smooth, very polished for a beta. Because usually you get tons of bugs. I mean, that's what they're for, is to figure that stuff out. But I didn't have many issues that I ran into. I did get a feeling of Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4. Like before I even moved, like when I just loaded into I just took a second to like not touch my controller and kind of just look around, at the gun in the background and whatever. I was like, oh, it looks really good. And then I hopped into the movement and stuff. And yeah, sorry, that was a bad long first impression.
No, it
But
was good.
it was it gave me better feels than when I sat down and played the last Battlefield that came out.
2042. Yeah.
Yeah, I was not a fan. I'll just put that right on the table now.
Yeah. No, the beta for that was a little rough.
Even the game just was not my
Yeah.
just not my game. So
Sam, what about you for your first impressions?
Yeah, I mean, for a beta, it was pretty good in terms of not really too buggy, or I mean, there are a few visual glitches, but nothing like where it was unplayable like some betas I've tested.
like game breaking, yeah.
Yeah, the VFX were phenomenal. The sound is phenomenal. It kind of gave me that feeling I had when I first hopped in Battlefield 1, where it's just like, seems very cinematic and you're kind of feels real.
That's an excellent point. It really sucked you into the action.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was great. I'd be fine if that's how it launched, unlike how 2042 was, but I think there are some things that could be improved.
I think they learned their lesson there.
Some things I like a lot, and some things I don't like very much, but overall I was pretty happy with it compared to the last two Battlefield launches.
Connor, don't forget to give your opinion.
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
So, I'm not gonna lie, this beta, I had like very, very high expectations for it. I think I rewatched like the multiplayer reveal trailer at least 30 times.
Really?
Yeah, because all I got when watching that trailer, it's like, holy cow. This makes me feel like this is like the good old Battlefields, Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4. So that was like my like litmus test or whatever getting into the beta. It's like it has to feel like these games. And I got that feeling right away with it. Like I loved Battlefield 1. I liked parts of 5. 2042 I liked its garbageness, but like Battlefield, those like modern day Battlefields were always special to me. So logging into 6, I got that vibe like pretty much instantly. And like we are so back. Like it feels like return to glory. So it was awesome just like hearing the sounds of the tanks and all the gun shooting and just like I don't know. I feel like such a nerd talking about it. I was like just soaking it all in. It's like, wow, I felt nostalgic to the Battlefield in its prime. So yeah. No, I thought it was really good. I was really impressed by a lot of things. Some stuff I'm a little concerned about, but I'll make sure to touch on that after the biggest thing I'm worried about. But we will now move to the next thing. So this is, a little bit of a specific question, but so just answer it as best as you can. Big thing, Battlefield 1, Battlefield 5, they kind of stepped away from the original class system with the, specifically with the squads. They went from 5 to 4. 2042, they kept the 4 squads, but they just completely ditched the classes. So instead, there was just heroes, basically your operators that were loosely fell into categories. Eventually, they added classes into that game. So this is the first game, and I guess since Battlefield 5, but it's more like since Battlefield 4 that has those 4 traditional classes where there's assault, engineer, support, recon. Well, I guess technically in the original games there's medic, but anyways, we're back to the original class system. What are your thoughts on it? Is it faithful? Do you guys like that any class can run any gun? Already saw some questions from Chris. Like Chris said before, that he finds it's weird that the signature gun on like support is an LMG or something. So, I guess because Dad, you might not be as knowledgeable. I'll just ask in a different order.
Yeah, no,
Sam,
no,
what are your
no.
thoughts on this class
I have no
system,
comment
especially
on it. I never played the older game, so it's a 3-man show right now.
I love the return to the unique classes. My problem is that I hate the idea of run any gun on any class. I think Battlefield 4, in my opinion, did it best, where it was every unique class had their own special set of weapons. So assault or medic had the ARs, engineers had the SMGs,
The PDWs, yeah.
PDWs, yeah. Recon obviously had snipers, and then supports had the LMGs.
Yeah.
Anyone had universal weapons, which were like the carbines, DMRs, and shotguns.
Exactly.
I think that's kind of the best way to go, because then if you don't have like set weapon classes within your specific, I guess, player classes, I don't know how to differentiate the both. Then you have the same issue where 2042, where you just have someone running like support, and you're healing yourself and giving yourself ammo, but you're also have a sniper rifle, so you're just sitting in the back by yourself.
Yeah.
And I feel like it kind of takes away from the team aspect of Battlefield.
Yeah.
Agree.
Where you're supposed to work together and have different classes. So I feel like the only reason to play different classes now is just for the gadgets, which I think is kind of dumb.
Yeah.
Well, I guess there's the field things too.
Yeah.
You're like
field
passive,
specs.
because I feel like among the classes too, especially, is that little like signature weapon boost isn't super noticeable.
No.
Like
For
maybe
I mean, for
on
some, for
engineer is
support,
probably the most
it's
noticeable.
pretty noticeable because you have
But
the
yeah, I haven't
LMG.
used an LMG on another person, so I don't know if you're like really that slow. But
Yeah, you are.
okay,
Like recon, it's pointless. Oh, cool! I
Yeah,
can hold
okay.
my breath for longer. That's
Yeah.
doesn't really matter.
So I don't know if you guys noticed. I know they were changing the game modes like daily, or adding one and then rotating one out or something. But they did have, which I think I agree with Sam, should be the standard. And what they had a closed weapons breakthrough, is what they
Exactly.
called it, where they locked the weapons to the classes, which I thought was odd. They should have it be the other way. Like the main, like every game mode should be like that. And if you want to play some random game mode where you can go and pick any weapons,
Yeah.
you should have a separate server for that. I just think they kind of did that backwards, and I agree with Sam.
Well,
No,
I
no.
think the
Yeah, me
reason
too.
for doing that was because in the most recent Battlefield, it was that way. Every gun was universal. And then they
Mhm.
kind of
Yeah.
wanted to see how the player base, what they thought as a community. If they wanted the more locked class weapons, which from what I've seen, I think the community wants more a locked
Sure.
class.
Well, I saw a
Um,
big movement. I don't know. I'm young, so I use TikTok, but like people were like basically making like a little like movement. It's like, hey guys, make sure you're playing like the closed weapons thing. So whatever. It's not Dice
They
anymore, right?
know.
Isn't it Battlefield Studios or is it Dice? Whatever. So that the
it's a bunch of
developers.
different developers within it. I think there's like 4 or 5 different actual
Yeah.
studios now.
So okay, but yeah, it's
It's
like
Battlefield Studios. And
play
is the
this
big
so
one.
that they know that we want this to be the default.
Yeah, I
Right.
mean, I will say I think that the developers have done a much better job this go around of listening,
Listening and not going
communicating
away.
with the player base. Like they want us to tell them what we want. Like
Sure.
they're listening. Which I think is a good
Well,
sign.
that's huge. Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
huge for game developers because a lot of people they don't take in consideration. You know,
Well,
everybody.
they had to.
They
They
kind
had
of
to.
pick one group.
They had to.
No,
Look what happened with 2042 and even before then. Even I know that.
it was a mess.
It was a
Yeah.
mess.
Yeah,
They
I
were
think they got
lucky. They
they
did what
got
they had to
shafted
I
do.
still
hard
go
on
back
that.
and play Battlefield 3
Uh,
sometimes. I'll still go play that
Battlefield
game.
5
It's
was
so good.
crazy. If you didn't know that whole story, when they released the trailer for it and you saw, well, it's in World War II, and you see a woman with like a prosthesis on, and she's using like a bolt action sniper. And her prosthetic has like a claw. It makes no sense that she'd be able to do it. And so ever people were saying like, "Oh, this isn't realistic to World War II." They said it's disrespectful, whatever. But the developer said, "Just don't buy our game if you don't like it." Like they just drastically went away from what they knew was selling
Mm-hmm.
to something which is
Hmm.
bold. But then they just like said, "Hey, if you don't like it, we don't want you," basically.
Right.
And so now I guess they learned their lesson with that. It's I feel bad. It's like, oh, you should listen to us, but it was a little weird that they went away from what was good
It's
in
an
the
EA.
first place.
It's is it still EA Sports merged with Activision, right? They're all one company now.
Yay?
Yeah.
Uh,
Are they?
no, that's Blizzard, I think.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
good
Blizzard
because
owns Activision.
it sounds like the EA mentality with their sports that have no competitors, where it's like, yeah, this is it, buy it or don't buy
Yeah,
it.
it was just
It's-
you have to do what we say.
How
Well,
many?
the thing is, Battlefield does have competition. There's
Yeah.
other first-person shooters.
For sure. Oh, and now's there a time more than ever too with how other there's no really shooter game out right now that's dominating. COD isn't doing so well, and Rainbow Six is in the worst state ever. Like pro players are not playing the game. All the big YouTubers aren't playing it. So they have their chance. So it's really good timing for them to finally listen, and cash in, almost like they did with Battlefield One when Call of Duty released Infinite Warfare. Nobody wanted, which actually turned out to be a decent game with the campaign and zombies, but nobody wanted another futuristic game. So I hope history repeats itself. But, it's another good year for Battlefield.
Man, Counter Strike has like 1.4 million active peak players
Oh
in a
God,
month.
yeah. But I guess to be fair though,
Yeah.
that's like every game now. A lot of games are crossplay now, but Counter Strike's one of the few that's still PC only.
Yeah.
So because Battlefield, even though might know this weekend it peaked at like 500K players on Steam.
Hmm.
That's not considering console that might have what like how many more times players. So
Right.
that's why I think it's important for these console games to take advantage. Well, like there's no big console shooter. is what I'm trying to say. But anywho, off the topic of classes, I want everybody now, we're going to talk about the new stuff that they added. You can pick one new mechanic. I guess if somebody says it, might be difficult to think of. What like stood out as something new in the game that you really enjoyed? Ad, I'll let you go first.
Okay,
Unless you don't want to go.
I didn't notice, like, I played 2 games. I didn't notice anything they'd added like that, whether it's ability or button layout or anything. So I didn't. I have no opinion. I can't even remember. Like, I was thinking of what you're gonna break the fourth wall here.
What about this part? What about this part?
Oh yes, the medic thing. Oh my God, yes. He actually had a question so I can contribute to the podcast. Okay. I like this. Okay, so look, what's that map we played on? The second one, the town one. It was awesome.
Siege of Cairo?
It was Cairo.
Yeah.
All these little hallways. So you got a hallway that's a T, hallway intersecting another one. I see 2 guys there. I want to revive them. I run over there. I'm starting to. I'm about halfway, and I get popped. I forgot. You can drag somebody away. That half second or however long I got into trying to revive them, I could have pulled them through there. And I do stupid things all the time. And it's like, no, I can do that now. Maybe I'll drag them back, and I can help my team more. I thought that was wild. And I do appreciate you planting that question for me, Connor. But I thought it was great because when you reminded me that, it's like right away, it's like, oh yeah, I could set up there. I could go back and forth. And no, I thought that was very cool, especially for a potato player like me that I know medics are very important. But if I'm going to sit in the back and not do anything when I'm supposed to be shooting people, at least in support, I can help. I can help now.
Sure. Oh, and for that mechanic too, like, they showed it in the trailer. I'm like, please God, like, actually be useful. Not be a
Yeah, I
gimmick.
thought it was going to be wonky.
Yeah, because you have, like, in Black Ops 6, right? Introduced that omnidirectional movement, which I use it all the time that you can sprint in all directions, but I never slide diagonally to my 5 or 7 o'clock, like never, or dive. I'm always sliding or diving forwards or backwards. So I think that systems really is a gimmick. I was so hyped for it, which is a bummer. But for like the reviving, it's useful, but it's not the option all the time, which I like. Sometimes dragging is going to get you killed, and also the person if you actually stick the revive. It's still useful to just straight up defibrillator them because you can do it running up and get it quick and go back behind cover. So I'm just happy that they didn't make the traditional revive like obsolete. I think it's so cool, so cinematic, especially with like, you know, how they changed it. I think it was Battlefield 5 when you're down, you're seeing it from your character's perspective and you see yourself getting dragged off. It feels really cool. And it just feels like it always just belonged in Battlefield, in my opinion. Like it doesn't even feel new. It just feels like it's been there all along.
And for the guy shooting at you, who's used to camping bodies like that for the last few games or whatever it's been, it's like I gotta dome him. I gotta dome him because he might drag him away. You know, so that I like.
Yeah.
It's like you're playing it's like a horror movie where you see the body and it gets dragged away by the creature or something.
Their
Like,
feet
"Ah!"
just- yeah.
Well, that was
I
my.
didn't really notice.
Well,
I didn't notice much new stuff. Well, I mean, obviously new, like, but most of it was just like brought back or just something that was, you know, like you said, the classes and stuff. I'm really happy to have those, you know, 4 classes back. But yeah, the destruction seems much better.
100%.
Because I didn't play the 2042 much later, but I feel like they had absolutely none
Zero,
in the like the betas
basically.
and stuff, like 0. Yeah, it was just like
So
unrealistic. So having buildings like that, just everything just disrupting like that, and seeing like a group of 5 people in a 2-story building and being able to kill every single one of them by blowing all the walls out or something. It's great. That's what got me into Battlefield when I was younger. Just being able to destroy buildings and blow stuff up with tanks and stationary weapons and stuff. Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, I saw a crazy clip today where a tank blew up on Cairo. The top of the tank that rotates
Turret.
blew off like pretty unrealistically, like just shot into the
they
sky.
do. They
Right.
do.
I guess yeah.
Very
It popped
often
off
they
the
pop
top.
off. Yes, absolutely.
Popped off and it landed on a building. And I think in any other Battlefield game, it would have just
on a
hit the
building.
roof and maybe just destroyed the roof. But it hit the roof,
Right.
broke the roof. Third level broke, second level broke, first level, and it just took out the whole front half
Oh
of the
my
building.
God.
It was so cool.
Wow.
That's
I
funny.
don't. Everybody said Battlefield always has had destruction and stuff. 2042 it didn't. Battlefield 1 and 5, obviously it did. Battlefield 4, but I don't think ever at this level, obviously, with just how technology has evolved. So I think it's really
Yeah, I was just. It didn't look as good, but Battlefield 3, man, you could level like an entire
Everything.
map. Yeah, and they had. I liked how I'm not trying to get into another game. I know we're whatever, but I just loved how almost every map had like one massive building that you could what I mean, destroy or something, and it would just completely almost change the map, like Battlefield 3 and 4.
How about Sam? Sam's quiet in the corner there. Sam hasn't got his camera on, so we got to make sure we don't forget him. And anything stick out like that for you, Sam?
Yeah, I was gonna say, the Dragon Res is awesome. I think the destruction is good. I think it looks phenomenal, especially with the rubble and the smoke and the particles. I think it looks great. I'm glad it's not overtuned where you destroy everything and you're just playing on just a map of
I think
rubble.
Battlefield 1 had that problem where you could just completely destroy houses and there'd just be nothing left. It'd be
Or like,
impossible.
if you played Battlefield 4, like Siege of Shanghai, awesome map until you destroyed the tower. Then it was
Oh
terrible.
god, and that sea flag's horrible.
Yeah. So it's like, I'm glad that there's stuff you can't destroy. I wish it's just gonna take some time to get used to which it is.
What? I have a question.
I was just
Sure.
Sam specifically, but I guess everyone in Marvel Rivals, there's destructible environments. When you hold a button, you go in like grayscale vision, but everything that you see is yellow.
Yeah.
Means you can destroy it. Do you think that should be in the game?
No.
You just have to like, okay, let's see if this is breakable. Shit, it isn't. I just wasted my RPG.
The thing is, I want to say yes, but I want to say no. Like, I like the idea of it, but like at the same time, like,
for sure,
no. I just think it'd make it too realistic.
It'd be too easy to.
And too easy to just, I can blow up this wall and take out.
Yeah. No, I believe in
people setting up
Fog of War.
Shit on
Fog of
map.
War, you find out in the game.
Yeah.
Fog of War. Find
like
out by yourself. If you play the game a lot,
I'd rather
but no.
Get killed by like somebody who knows a good spot versus somebody who just hits a scanner.
Yeah.
Sure. I was also going to say one thing I think is awesome that they added with the recons is the headshot anti-revive.
It's cool.
Yeah.
I think that's sick. I think there's nothing worse than a sniper and you hit like a 300-meter shot or farther. You get them in the head and then they just get revived and it's like you did it for nothing. I think it's a good benefit for the recon class.
Are is recon on your list of things to talk about? Because if not, can we dive into that a little bit? Just a teensy bit.
By the way, if you're going to do 9 questions, we may have to cut this into 2. So we'll just see how this goes for the next half hour because we got a lot to talk about. This could be a 2-parter. We could be talking about this over a beer on Thursday too.
Yeah, I just want to throw in really quick. You can rebuttal, you can throw it to the side. It's fine. But I know it's been in a lot of games, a lot of Battlefields too. But I cannot stand the constant reticle,
the sniper glare,
whatever you want to call it. It's just it's unrealistic. I know it's hard to do angles of sun and stuff like that and whatever, but they gotta like figure a way to tone it down because you just spawn in and not only do you see 100 of them, like it's easy for you
Literally.
to pick them off, but it's just like it's so annoying. It just it's that's the one thing that really pulls me away from the realism. Like
Yeah, no,
you're not gonna
Yeah, I
see
think
that. Like being a sniper, if you're up in the hills in a sneaky ass spot laying behind a hill,
they just know
you
where you are.
deserve to be there. You deserve to be that's what muzzle flashes are for, and muzzle flash hiders and shit like that. Like back in the old battlefields, you used to have to put like flash hiders on to hide your muzzle flash. That was actually a real thing. And now I feel that they kind of just threw that out the door.
Yeah, no, it was a problem. We were playing on Liberation Peak, the mountain map where there's all the snipers, and we were on defense. I was playing support with an LMG, and I was just shooting at the snipers, suppressing them. So that's when you aim in, it's all wonky.
Yep.
So it's just I shouldn't be able to outrange the snipers just because I mean I think it's fine. I can shoot them back. It's just it's too easy for me to shoot just in their general direction and
Exactly.
screw their whole day up. But
I get it.
Yeah.
Or one thing that I think that would help would be like a lot of games do it where they limit how many people can be a sniper, or you know what I mean. You only have
Yes.
like 3 sniper slots, or a
be cool.
percentage based on the amount of people in the lobby or whatever.
Yeah,
I
and
think that would help.
it help with
I would
gameplay
trade that
too. That you don't
for
have everybody sniping.
yeah.
On your
I would
team.
trade that for the glare because the glare is stupid.
No, I think that's a good
I
idea
mean,
actually.
I think there's multi problems with it. I think I don't remember which one it was, but I felt like you only saw the glint when you looked directly at them, and it wasn't as
That's
bright
what I
as it is
mean.
in this one.
Like do
So
something like that. Like you got to be right
I think
at them
that
or
I don't
they
remember
something.
Battlefield 4 being that bad.
no, I think
Neither.
Battlefield 4 was you looked directly at them, and then you
Yeah.
could see like a slight glint. This is like someone's shining a bright ass flashlight in your face. Like it's
Yeah.
too strong. I think it's also because they made sniping way easier because they added like the Battlefield 1 style where it's
Yeah, the sweet spot mechanic.
sweet spot mechanic,
Yeah.
which I think
So
is
It feels
yeah,
so good.
for
worse.
those who don't know, the sweet spot mechanic is that there's a certain range on each sniper that if you hit them in the body, it will one shot them. So some people hate it, some people love it because you can just be shooting center mass from a certain distance. Some people like, oh, it's not skillful or whatever. So personally, I'm a fan. I like it. Is it makes people not stay so far away. It actually engages. It gets the snipers to come up a little bit, and I think it's more fun on both sides. Is that you get that sweet shot from the sniper at a reasonable distance, and as a person on the other side, it doesn't make it so annoying where you're getting one shot at from 500 meters. So happy that
I
they
mean,
brought it back.
even if they just limited snipers to one per squad,
Right.
and
Exactly.
then well, I guess you could just have people join their own squad, and then unless you limit how many squads can be in a game,
Mhm.
which might
I feel like this is a debate that always is in shooter games with snipers. And I'm not a sniper. I am a potato. So I don't play. I try one. Once I find a class I like, I just sit there forever. It's like I've been getting my hair cut at the same place for 30 years. But it seems to me as you guys talk about this with the sniper, it's just the forever debate is when it comes to snipers, it's like no one's ever, both sides of the debate are never totally happy. But you know what?
yeah,
Yeah,
because I mean
I noticed
you
the
either have like
flashes.
hell let loose. I was just say you either have like hell let loose style where you have what like two snipers on your team, and then it's just a fight for whoever wants to snipe. Where I think is dumb. Like if I want to be a sniper, I should just be able to be a sniper. But at the same time, when you have a map like
I'll let loose where it's so open and snipers are so valuable. I guess.
yeah, where there's like some maps on Battlefield where they're very long range, and then you just have everyone on your team sniping and nobody going for objectives. And that's the whole point of the game. So
We
I
had
see
that
both
happen the other
sides of
day.
the coin. Like, too many is not good, but too few is not good either.
Connor, when you went on a rampage that second game I played with the tank, I mean, they had a buttload of snipers. And I don't think you really cared about them in your tank as you went up to rack up 80 kills in the game. So
I felt like it was
there
the
you go.
complete opposite. I felt like everybody was an engineer trying to blow me up.
Oh,
Great.
there,
I had 5
there
engineers
was a ton
behind
of
me
snipers on.
constantly healing.
Oh yeah, they were doing that.
That's
But
awesome.
they were
I
all
just
snipers
never
on the side hills. Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. No, we were playing on that same map the last day of the beta, and we were just whooping their butt on the first point. And when they got to like a quarter lives, we started killing them so much slower. It's like, what the heck? Where are they? Because we're watching the right side, like on the cliff side. But then we actually look towards the mountain, and you see 20 sniper clips. Like they all just went sniper because they all just gave up. It's like this just isn't fun because none of them were pushing the point. They just never. Anywho, my favorite new mechanic. All those things are great, but one I just want to briefly mention before we talk about it is I love. Um, they said it's a new movement system in this game, and I like it. You're not as light, maybe as you were in Battlefield 4. You're not heavy. Like I don't feel slow ever. But I don't feel fast, which is good.
Yeah, I think it's a good speed.
I feel like the gameplay, like how fast you move, is perfectly fine. It's not like, you know, I'm getting older. I'm obviously the youngest guy here, but like I don't think it's really a problem. Like if we were to play Call of Duty, you see how people are the movement system in that game. It's hard to keep up with people that really put in the hours on this. Like I feel like all the movement in this game is positioning rather than like how fast can you slide cancel into a bunny hop and stuff. And so I'm really impressed of how they did that and how they got rid of stupid tack sprinting where you're running with your gun up, then you slide and whatever. It just feels grounded, but it doesn't feel like you're the bad parts of being a soldier where you're carrying around how many pounds of gear where you're slow. So I love the movement. It's my favorite, one of my favorite new things that they put in.
Yeah, I feel like the movement's a lot more defensive than it is offensive.
Yeah.
Like
especially with how you can slide and crouch. I feel like it's pretty good to you slide onto your back and so that you can get into a good defensive spot. So it's like, okay, you have to come to me now. You won't ever slide around a corner to kill somebody like in
yeah, it's more like sliding behind cover.
Exactly.
Than just slide bunny hop around the corner, kill 5 people because they don't even see you.
Wait.
Exactly.
You can kill 5 people in one game of Battlefield? Because I always
you got 9.
I see. Yeah, I did.
Some of us can.
It's a building. I got one guy, and I get in this building. I've got one guy, and we're in the tail end of the game, and it's at a corner, like a crossroads, and I'm in this little cafe, and the building's destroyed around me, but I'm just right in the corner, and guys are running through one doorway to cut through the other, and I'm just cutting them down just like a real little bitch. And I knew I was going to die, and it's like, but I got 8 guys, and it's like, well, shit, the first 10, 20 minutes
I still couldn't
of the
believe
game, I got
me.
1.
I couldn't believe that when you said it. I had to check the scoreboard. It's like, holy cow, you went from 1 to 9. You were not wrong. No, that was pretty epic. Okay. I really see 3 more points to do, and they're going to be much quicker.
That's okay. That's okay. At 9:30, they come take me to my rubber room, but you're good till then.
So next
Straight
up,
jacket and all.
little talking point is maps and modes. So this is like what your thoughts are on the maps. So there's 3 maps in the beta: Siege of Cairo, Liberation Peak, which are open to for the large scale modes, both Breakthrough and Conquest. Then Gibraltar was only open to Conquest. So I know for the majority of what I play, I normally play Breakthrough, so I only played 1 game on Gibraltar, so I have a much bigger sample size on Cairo Liberation Peak. But yeah, so Guess first of all we can talk about Liberation Peak. So that's the mountain one. What are your guys' thoughts on that map?
I thought
I think that was my least favorite of them all.
I thought
You
this
used
is
one word, Sam, and my dad said it too. Said this feels like 2042. This map,
that's all I was gonna say.
Yeah.
But
which
it
I
was
don't
a
think is
fun
bad.
game.
It felt like a newer 2042 map.
Yeah, it
The
was.
launch
Yeah.
2042 maps were too big and open. This felt like one of like the DLC ones that were better.
Looked
It
good.
felt like the oil rig one, where you
Yeah,
start at
where
the
it's the
bottom and
oil
you're
rig at
making
the
your
end.
way up the hill,
Mhm.
which
agree.
I thought was
With,
probably
like,
one
the
of the
big-
better
with the
maps
big
on
wall?
2042.
Mhm.
Yeah, I just was
Was it the one
afraid
with
at
like the
first.
giant wall?
Yeah, the
Um,
rock.
It's
No,
not
it's
the-
just like you just
No,
like
it's not the one with the wall and there's the grass on the side. Oh, it's
oh.
I don't know, it's a different one.
I didn't
It's
play
one of
that
the better maps.
My heart sank when I saw it, saying this is the first one. It just looks like whatever. But as soon as I started playing, I was good. That's all I got to say. I thought it was a good map. They need
It's
maps
on
like that in
breakthrough
it.
only. Yeah, but
What? Sorry, my pea brain, my goldfish brain. What map are we talking about?
Liberation. That's the gray one.
Mountains.
It's just you're
The
all
gray
mountains?
one?
going uphill in the
Yeah.
mountain.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Gray.
I saw a few jokes about this. What are your guys' thoughts on breakthrough attacking that final point on the hill? Does it need balancing? Going up that stupid hill.
On the
Yeah.
like when you come around the corner and go up to the
The
left. Yeah.
final point, the final sector, where it's literally you're running up at like a I don't know, like insane angle and they're shooting down at you from bunkers.
Didn't we
Yeah,
lose?
a couple different
Yeah.
ways up would be better if
We-
they had a couple,
yeah.
like flank arounds or something.
That's my second game. We kicked their ass. No, first game we kicked their ass, but we lost the last sector we couldn't take. Right?
I think it's fine. It just because the attackers lose the ability to have a vehicle on that
That's it.
final point, and it just makes it too hard to go up that one.
I don't think I played it enough, I guess, to input on that one.
Sam, your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm trying to honestly remember the last point.
It's on the hill, and there's like whatever. Okay, whatever.
Yeah, like
We're
I
going on
know
the
it's
next
like a
one.
final hill,
skinny
but I
ass.
honestly don't even. I think I maybe had played attack once on that map and got to the end.
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
I
okay.
didn't play it a lot. That's why.
Okay.
Most of the time I played defense on it.
I do.
Right.
Well, how'd you like defending the hill?
I thought it was kind of boring. Like
Yeah.
it just felt like three guys and then everybody else is just sniping, which is one of the
Mhm.
problems I hate with those very long, straight bottleneck maps is it just becomes sniper fest.
hmm
I felt like that was the least fun of the three maps for me.
I agree. I think that was the weakest one, but I still think it was like better than most of the stuff we got in 2042.
'Cause I don't know if I
Yes.
played it on Conquest. I think I only played it on Breakthrough.
Yeah. Mhm.
So,
All right. Next up, we got Cairo. So the desert town map.
Cairo. I could
Bad.
play that.
Open it up.
I like that map. It's good. A lot of destruction, close quarters like that. They have a playlist 24/7. I'll play that on a weekend. Why the hell not? Good feeling, just chaos. So it's the kind of map I think it's before you can say you've seen it all, it's going to take a long time. It's just a hell of a lot of fun. The sound really blew me away with the
On
rubble
that
everywhere.
map, especially
Yeah.
with the echoes and how close you are. You
Yeah.
feel it bouncing ear to ear. It's pretty cool.
I do not have the best headsets, and I'm half deaf, and it blew me away.
You are in the absolute minority then. For bad headset, old man, bad ears.
Yeah.
And
I
it
thought
pleases
it's-
you, so it should please everybody.
I thought it sounded great. Yeah.
Sam, Mike, what do you think about that map, Cairo?
I think it's awesome. I think it's the best one. Reminds me of a
No.
map. I can't remember which one it is.
Yeah, no, it's.
What game?
I
It's a
don't know
Battlefield.
why.
I
The
can't
map
remember
it
which
reminds
Battlefield
me.
it is.
The map it reminds me most of is in Battlefield 4. The DLC, it wasn't China Rising. It was, I think, the last DLC. Reminds me of Propaganda, the North Korea map. There's really tight alleys, but then there's the open road in the middle flag. Where for Conquest, we didn't play it on Conquest, but Conquest is the second sector on Breakthrough where there's the bus with the crater, where it just seems impossible to get. It gives me vibes of that map a lot. So I really liked it on Breakthrough. I think could maybe use a little balancing. In the first sector, the B flag is just way too hard to get to, and I feel like defense is winning every time in the map. But it's
Yeah.
never frustrating to play still because the game's just so fun.
It's
But
not that it's hard to get to. It's just
hard to
it's hard
hold.
to hold because there's so many
Doors
many
and spots you can get
doors
shot.
and yeah, you can come up the stairs on either side. You can come from below. You can come from multiple
Yeah.
doorways.
Mhm.
Just a little too hard to hold.
And the whole damn thing can fall on you.
Oh yeah,
Mike,
Mike. What are your thoughts on it?
I loved it. I think it was my favorite map out of all of them. I found myself getting in tanks. I think there was like the infantry tanks on that map or something like
Yeah,
that.
there's the
Oh, the labs, yeah.
well, there's the I don't know if it's in Conquest, but I think there's the 6 player. Oh, it's just the 4 person one. We have the gunner, the driver, obviously, and the 2 people on the back.
Yeah. I found myself getting in that on that map for some reason. I was getting just a ton of kills on that map with that. But the layout, everything was perfect. My complaint about all the maps was just they were all too small, but for my likings.
Yeah.
But I heard there was a reason behind that, something with the with the beta and only kind of releasing smaller medium maps and kind of saving the bigger ones for some reason. So fingers crossed on that one.
Yeah.
I'd like
I
to
agree.
get something like at least one map that's like 4 times the size of
I
the
think there
biggest
is.
map.
I think there is one. We can talk about Gibraltar after, but because I think
There's
only maybe me and Sam played it. But the big
That's
gripe
on
I
your
have
rank,
with
Val.
this entire game is I'm just worried about the lack of maps. Is that the game's only launching with 9 maps?
Mm-hmm.
8.
The thing is that it's 4
No.
theaters, is what they're calling it. So there's the Turkmenistan, whatever, which is Liberation Peak. So there's going to be a few other maps that are in that setting, but it's going to be different. Then there's going to be other maps in Cairo. There's going to be Operation Firestorm, which is like it's standalone. Then there's going to be 2 maps in Brooklyn.
Oh, yeah.
So even though you're playing 9 different maps, aesthetically feel like 4 maybe. So I'm just worried if they're not releasing maps quick enough with seasons that the game might just be a little dry. Still, I feel like playing that beta on the 2 maps that are supposed to be the smallest, it still felt like really replayable. So like
Mm-hmm.
I feel better now, but I was really worried that it's like this game's releasing with no maps. It's going to be a problem. And I'd rather have good maps over, quality over quantity.
Yep.
That's a big thing they said in the trailer is like, hey, we heard you. We've been rigorously testing. It's literally the words they use. I repeated out loud when I saw it with my dad. It's like rigorously tested the maps. It's good, but just hope it's not that.
I mean, I would have even been fine with them releasing 8 maps and then throwing in like 4 or 5 recreates, like what they did with Operation Firestorm,
Could
which
be
they're
on the
already
way.
doing.
Could be on the way.
Yeah,
Like
those
if
are
they
easy
just
points.
launched
Give
with
me
Operation
easy-
Metro, Operation Locker.
maybe not
For
both, but yeah, one of
Yeah.
them I would love.
One for
Or-
sure. They need
or
a meat grinder
combine them.
map right away.
Yeah, Operation Metro Locker. That.
I feel like Battlefield has to launch with an infantry only map too. So I hope they do that where there's no vehicles.
I think is what we will see in the next weekend with the
That's it.
Empire State one. Right?
That's
Is it-
true.
or Statue, whichever it is. I think it's Empire State is what it's called. Because I think that's supposed to be like,
Yeah, there's the bridge,
Infantry
and then there's
only.
Empire State.
yeah, Manhattan Bridge is supposed to be bigger.
Yeah.
But I mean, even if they just brought back a few Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4 reimagined maps, I'd be
Problem
fine with that.
for me. No problem.
Give me a tornado to rip through the map. In the middle of
Ah.
the
They're
That's what I- like a
more worried about
hurricane or some
programming those
shit like that.
tornadoes than making maps.
Oh, that map was so good, though. I had so much fun on that map.
There's
That map
there's
was
a tornado on every map.
Terrible.
I don't even remember what it was called,
But
but
there's tornadoes on
Orbital.
every map.
what was it?
For 2042, I
Little-
think they can happen in any map. Yeah.
On any map, yeah. Only map. in
Some were
2022
no.
that had a-
sandstorms.
But see,
Not the-
Hourglass
not
was the only
2042.
map that had a unique interaction with the sandstorm. Otherwise, every other map, there's the chance of the tornado, pretty much.
Why don't you guys talk about the
Not from that.
Let's wrap up the maps because
Yeah,
Mike
we'll
and
talk
I
about
didn't play.
Gibraltar
Yeah,
now.
talk about Gibraltar there. Cool.
Gibraltar, I thought it was fun. It's chaotic that there's the open streets where vehicles can run around, but then there's the tight streets between the houses that I don't know Gibraltar enough as a city. But it's like you just in these really, really tight alleys where it's like you feel like you're like I don't know, Sam's been to Europe way more than me. He can probably compare it to like maybe someplace in Spain he's been to. But it's like it's just so like claustrophobic in those little tight things, especially the sea flag on Conquest. You're in the little
Yeah, a lot of
apartment
those
building where you can literally
towns.
destroy every wall and it's just so open.
A lot of those towns are just very tight.
It's really Really
Might not
cool.
even be able to fit a car down. So I feel like it fits the vibe of what Gibraltar is. I almost kind of wished it was a little bigger.
No, I agree. It feels like it's really the city center. Then it's a little empty maybe on the outsides, but
Yeah.
it makes it cool that you can have those. Especially, I was calling it Hollywood, where you're looking out from the sea flag onto like this green area, and that's where kind of the snipers go and where cars go for flanks and the jeeps. So yeah, no, I feel like that's a map that you can play as infantry, and if you know where you're going, you don't have to deal with vehicles, which I think is pretty cool. So
Well, I'll take
no, I
notes.
thought it was good. It felt like a good Battlefield map.
Well, if you like it, I
Like,
can't wait to
I
try
always
it.
love having some big maps, some very small or much smaller maps that are kind of more infantry focused but still have tanks.
Yeah.
I think that's the best part of some of the Battlefield map creation is that like each one kind of gives a different play style. Whereas like something like Call of Duty is 3-lane. Like every map kind of plays the same, it's just different looking. Whereas like you can have a huge map that's very spread out, very long range angles like Caspian Border, which is huge for vehicles,
maps.
but a lot worse for infantry. Or you could have something like Operation Locker, Operation Metro, which is just absolute infantry clusterfuck, which is awesome.
Yeah,
Then you can have stuff in between, which I felt like this one kind of gave me vibes of the. I can never remember the name of it, but in the 2042, one of the last
redacted.
DLC maps.
I
where
think it's
just like-
redacted. The infantry only one.
Yeah. No,
That would be
was it
redacted.
infantry only?
Well, it's the one that's like you're inside the test facility.
No, not that one. The
Okay. Yeah, that's two
the
infantry.
one where it was like in the favelas.
Oh, the very, very last one.
The very yeah. It kind
Yeah, I
of
forget the
reminded
name.
me
I
a
know what you're
little bit of that.
Yeah.
Which I thought was a fine map. I thought that one was fun towards the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, we
for
need
sure.
something like Redacted, Operation Locker, Operation Metro. Like Battlefield needs a clusterfuck infantry only.
Always.
Yes.
Whenever I get a
I
friend to
agree.
try Battlefield for the first time, that's always their initiation. It's like, no, we're playing on Operation Metro, we're playing on Operation Locker, we're playing Redacted 24/7, or we're playing. Like, I think Chris just said it
Shotgun and
too. In Battlefield 1, Verdun, and
Uh,
the French DLC was awesome. And the bunker, it's so crazy.
Flamethrower in the
there,
bunker.
I think there are gonna be there's one map that I think will have trenches on it.
Oh, wow. Cool. I'm excited for that. All right. Next up, we got. I guess we already spoke about this. We spoke about the game speed before, and we kind of all agreed. But what about balance? Is there anything that you might be consider like? I guess we kind of already spoke a little bit about balance, like how we balance maybe the character roles across the board. But what about like guns? Does everything feel nice? Is there maybe something that's a little too strong, or this maybe is a little whatever?
I got no comment on that. I'm
Yeah.
gonna use my. I'm gonna
I,
choose to be silent on
I
that
have a
one.
few, unless Mike wants to go first.
I'll be quick. I feel like I don't know. Go ahead. Let me gather a little better list than the one thing I was going to say.
Okay. I think classes are kind of in an odd state right now, and I know they're going to be tweaking them somewhat. I feel like Assault is kind of missing an identity, and then
It's
how
really
they're
just
going
the
to
kill
fix it.
guy thing. That's it.
Yeah,
He used to be a medic,
like
right?
He used to
Assault
be
used to
medic,
be a
exactly.
yeah.
medic.
Which
And I loved.
I'm fine if support is the medic ammo dude, but
Support was
Assault
kind of
needs
boring
just
to me.
something better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
which I think them
Honestly,
adding
I feel
the
like the Battlefield 1
deploy
nailed the class
beacon.
system the best. As with where Assault was the engineer that took care of vehicles, then there was a
Yeah,
designated medic, designated support for ammo, then the recon. So I
Yeah.
just don't
I
like
mean
Assault where it's just the
Battlefield
kill guy class.
Battlefield 4 was kind of like that too, but the Assault was the medic, and then there was
Medic, yeah,
support,
that's
engineer,
true.
and well, I don't think it should be the kill guy. I think it should be more like the spearman. Like the Assault class should be the head of the spear, like, and I think that's a great idea for them to add the respawn beacon to the Assault and take it from the recon,
That'd be
because
cool.
they're the ones that are gonna, get into they got the thing that speeds them up, and they'll have the
Yeah, they
ladder,
got this.
I think, like the stuff to get in behind enemy lines or in buildings. And if they're the
Yeah.
ones with the beacons, I think it's a lot more useful than recon sitting in the back. So I think support and engineer are perfectly fine. I think assault and recon need a bit of an identity boost. Then weapons wise, I think
That's the hot topic. Does that shotgun need a nerf?
I
I don't
don't
think my
think
dad
so.
encountered it. Maybe Mike. That pump shotgun is
Shotguns are.
deadly.
I think that in real, I mean, it depends on what you're shooting, but if you're shooting, like a slug or something, I think it's, I always like those one shot shotguns from that range. Like
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
down with it because in real life, like that's how I feel. Like you're on the other side of my door and I don't want you there. Like, boom, shoot through like shotguns are mean. That's what they're all about, stopping power. And that's what it does. I mean, maybe the range might be slightly, they could work on the range a little bit, but shotguns are, they're powerful. It's doing its job. So
I think this is like the best version of the shotgun in Battlefield that I've seen in a while.
it's
I
nice. It
hate
feels
the
nice.
fact that they're supposed to be terrible just because in real life, up close, shotguns will destroy you. I mean, there's a reason why. I literally just look up and I saw that too. Chris was saying the same thing. I mean, there's a reason why the Germans were banned.
Mm-hmm.
They destroy at close
Devastating.
range. That's what they're for. Like, if you want to make them worse at farther range, go ahead. I already feel like they're pretty decent right now. Like, I'm not sniping people, but if I hit a dude with 3 shots at 60, 70 meters, that should kill him anyway with a shotgun. So I feel like it's in a good spot. I love OP shotguns up front. Yeah, it can be annoying, especially if everybody's just running them. But
Just get one tap left
I
and
think the
right.
problem was a lot of
Yeah.
the maps were very close quarters anyway.
For sure.
So it's
Maybe
like
that's why they
nobody's
seem
using
so
a shotgun
obnoxious
on
on
no one's
certain
using
things.
a shotgun on Liberation Peaks.
Yeah.
Like that
They
would be
limit the
terrible.
ammo really well, I think, in this game. Like,
I know you really
do
need
not get a lot of ammo. You have to have a
I'm happy
support,
with that.
or
Well,
you're screwed.
So you got to manage
So
your inventory.
that's-
Good.
I basically I exclusively played support where I could give ammo to myself, but in everything I basically obviously it's an LMG, but you'd have your what's in your gun and you'd have one other clip. So I imagine for assaults, you probably have what's in your clip and maybe 3 mags.
2 mags. Is it 2 mags or 3? It's
I
not a
have
lot.
no
It
clue,
goes.
but
It goes so quick.
I
think
saw
it's
so many
3.
people that needed ammo, but it wasn't like I
But I
think
like
Battlefield 5 was horrible. The beta.
Yeah, I felt like I ran
That was
out of
so
ammo a
bad.
lot more often in this game, which I'm fine with. But
Yeah,
like,
makes
no,
you use
I
your
felt
team.
like every 2 seconds I was like, Connor, I'm completely out. Like I've used all my shotgun, I've used all my AR, I've used all my pistol. Like I have nothing left.
Mm-hmm.
Which I feel like that wasn't really the case in older Battlefields, which I'm
I don't
fine
mind
with.
that though.
No, I think it's good. I mean, usually most guys carry maybe 9 mags of their primary and 3 of their sidearm in real life, which I guess would be kind of crazy with everything else that they're carrying in Battlefield. But if you limit it to like 3, 4, and then 2, 3 for sidearm, I think is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love
I
where the
think
ammo's
most
at.
guns were in a good state. I think the MP7 was a little.
A little too good, but
Yeah, I think that was a little too laser beamy. I think that needs a little bit of
but otherwise across the board, it felt really good.
I feel like
I like
if
that
I'm
about
playing
Battlefield where
hardcore mode,
everything feels usable. But sorry, Mike,
gunplay
you go
was
ahead.
good.
Mike, you were
do you
saying?
not feel like we should have a little more health? Like just a little more
Oh, at the
health?
time to kill?
No, I love the
Yeah.
TTK.
I love it
loving
too.
I don't.
I think it's
I don't.
good.
I think it's just a little too fast. Maybe I'm getting old because I also think that the movement it's not as fast as Call of Duty in the last Battlefield, but it's just if they just slowed it down a teensy bit for my old
No, I think the
eyes and
TTK
fingers.
is faster than Call of Duty.
Yeah, that's I mean, I just too fast.
What
It's just,
about
I
you,
need
Dad? Do you think if you shoot a guy
how fast the
first,
guy.
do you feel like you kill
or-
them first, or do they have enough time to the time to kill is too fast that they have enough time to turn around and still kill you? Or
You know, I've never come across this in video games where that happens, but in real life, it can happen. It happens. In real life,
Yeah.
it does happen where they turn around. I mean, you don't feel the shot at first, depending where you hit them. And because I only played the 2 games, I didn't experience this or I didn't notice it. But I think that might be a mechanic that I've never seen it in video games, really. So I probably would think it would be game breaking or
like compared
annoying.
to like Call of Duty or like other Battlefield games you've played, like when you're shooting someone, like the amount of shots that they take or the amount of seconds it takes to kill them, like average.
I felt good.
Like, did you think it was like?
I felt good. I thought it was.
enough.
It was good. Yeah.
Cool.
Like I said, I am the demographic of like a casual, very casual, and no, I didn't have a problem. The first game I got like I think 5 kills or something, which is about my wheelhouse. So no, I didn't find it at all. Connor set me up. I had the same gun on both of them. No. You actually changed guns in between games for me, which is normally really bad for me. But I felt it was. It was only 2 game sample, but I didn't. I thought it was all right. I didn't mind it.
nice.
Cool.
I thought it was a perfect perfect level. Like
Yeah, I'm getting old.
you could take guys out quickly and easily.
But that's normally Sam's excuse too, Mike. Even though you're older than him, he always says he's getting old and that the games feel too fast. And maybe it's just Battlefield's like his wheelhouse, but
Yeah.
No,
Like,
they definitely slowed it down though. I like the pace compared to like Call of Duty and 2042 for sure.
yeah, I would rather have slower movement and faster TTK than faster movement and slower TTK.
Yeah, all day.
I enjoy where it's kind of like feels more realistic. Your guns actually feel impactful, but you could also absolutely pwn a noob who sucks if they aren't
Yeah.
hitting their shots on you. But it's not
no,
like,
especially if someone's potatoing you. Yeah, it's good.
like if you're just spraying and you have bloom, yeah, you're gonna miss the guy, which I think gives them a lot more chance to turn around and kill you. But I think in like close range, it's a perfect where like if you're first to shoot close range, you're gonna kill the guy 99% of the time. It feels like.
Mm-hmm. One more tiny little thing on balancing. I think that never mind. Go ahead. I'll get into it.
Okay.
Well,
Sorry.
Connor, I'm
All right.
looking at the time, so we're just going to wind
Yeah,
it down here.
we
soon.
are. We are.
That's why I didn't
I
want to
have-
get into it. I would have sparked the whole
I have
thing.
one thing to
I
brush
think we'll have
over.
another one of these next week. We're going to play again on the
I
weekend.
know what the
so
second.
yeah.
Second beta.
Okay.
All right. I was just gonna brush over quickly gameplay glitches and bugs. I don't think there's much of a conversation. I don't think there's any game breaking things.
No.
I've noticed a few
Mm-mm.
things like where a texture might pop in and out, and I might have
Pyro
like, a
lights.
black rectangle. Yeah,
Flying 30
Yeah.
feet in the air after you die. I noticed rubber
Yeah.
banding like your
it's
body.
ragged, which is
Gibraltar
fine. If anything,
had
that's
a-
funny. That's
A
funny,
light
but
glitch
Yeah.
where
yeah.
it's like
Otherwise, there's nothing like game breaking. There's no performance bugs. You load on the game and it puts you in 100,000 player queue. The servers are to their limits basically, like for the
Mhm.
beta. And there's no. I didn't get any
it runs
crashes.
smooth.
Mm-hmm.
It looks
I'm
smooth.
always at my.
I think the only issue is the lighting might need a little bit of work. Cairo, I felt like it was a little too hard to see people when outside.
Yeah, especially when you're against the NATO, maybe, and they have those tan
Yeah.
uniforms.
Like I could be looking someone dead in the eye and not see them. Which is another topic which we can discuss next week about the auto pinging, which I think
Oh
is
yeah.
Ah, hate it.
terrible.
Stupid.
All right.
Lazy.
And okay. Last but not least, I have a 3-part question for all of us.
Marry, kill, or is that where we're going with that one?
Well, okay. So I'm gonna write it in the chat.
That's
Okay,
very cool.
it's 3 points. Okay, we're gonna go through this one by one.
Okay.
So I wrote level of hype. So you got to say on a scale of 1 to 10, like how excited are you for the game, like to play it maybe this weekend or just the launch? One piece of feedback, if like you could tell like the lead developer, it's like I want this one thing changed, removed, or this one thing added. What's that? And the last thing is your intention with the game. Will you pre-order it? Will you buy it within the first couple of days to see if it's not some catastrophic failure of release? Will you get it when it's on a sale, or are you just gonna skip it? You think?
All right, let me go first here. Because
Yeah.
What was the first part? The first part is what am I
Level
looking
of
for?
hype on a scale of
In the
1 to
chat.
10.
Right?
On level of hype, I think after the first weekend, I don't see why it doesn't get a 10. And I think part of that is because they did poorly in the last 2 games. And normally I wouldn't give a 10, but they have really bounced back on it. What I'm going to say to the lead developer is clearly you've listened to fans, which isn't easy. And you've given, even though I did not play the older games, I really started with 1, but how everybody reminisces and say it feels like the old Battlefield. And they got that back. So I think, thank you for listening. Because as, by the way, as maybe I'm just got my business hat on, I work in the company I work at, it's like you need to let the people who made that happen know that they did a good job. And the last one was, am I waiting? Oh, for the pre-purchase. Well, here's the thing.
Yeah, so pre-order, you get in the first couple of days.
Okay.
Get on a sale when it's cheaper, you skip.
Okay. You know I'm going to pre-order it because me and you, even though you're in school when it comes out, university, it's like, well, whatever it is tonight, we're just playing this. I would rather hold my money till it comes out like a week so it doesn't hit their bank, so they're still like, oh my god, how much money are we going to make on this, to make them absolutely pay to the end. And so but I'm going to pre-order it because that's what we always do. But I would like them to stew a little bit, because remember, they could have a disastrous weekend coming up. I don't think they will, but if they're riding that same momentum, I won't feel as bad. I think they've been punished enough.
Nice.
Mike, what are your answers to those questions?
So my night hype is different from my day hype. After I play a few games, my hype limit goes down. I'm like, I'm never playing this game again. I'm at a 2 probably. And then as soon as I get home from work, I'm like, well, it's, controller's looking a little lonely over there. I think I'll fire up some Battlefield. I might think about it a little bit during the day at work. So if I had to give an average, like a 7, like I'm not like, it's nothing that it's not 10. It's not, you know what I mean? But it's definitely way more exciting than a lot of games I've been anticipating. One piece of feedback. Oh God, I'll come back to that one. I'm a big fan of, for the last question, I'm a big fan of like EA Access or like something like that. Like I like to hop on the stuff like that, Game Pass and stuff. So I'm pretty sure it should be on one of those things. So most chances are like Game Pass Ultimate comes with EA Access Pro or whatever it is. So I'll probably scoop it up on there. So I'll probably have it day one.
Don't know if it will be on EA Access, will it?
No?
At least not at launch. I don't know. Usually it
Connor
comes
said
out.
that about Battlefield, and I got that. Or with Call of Duty, that it wouldn't be on Game Pass first.
Yeah, but no, the thing is EA, I think, usually likes to wait before they put stuff on EA Access, so they can get people to buy it.
But I'll find a way around that. But anyway, I'll get it. If it's not, I'll be within the first like week or two for sure. I won't be able to hold off knowing that people are out there playing a game that I can't play. One piece of feedback real quick, I guess. I'm just praying for bigger maps. I know you guys like the infantry maps and whatever, but some of these I feel are like they could take the vehicles out and they would be like those kind of alleyway tight corridors, yada yada yada. But I need these big maps where like if I accidentally spawn at the spawn, like it takes me, you know what I mean, like 7 minutes and all the vehicles are gone. It takes me like 7 minutes to get to A. I want one of those. I need one of those. Yeah. Please give me one of those. That's all I ask for.
I'm right there with you. I feel like they got to cater to everybody with the maps.
No.
Because it's the big problem with 2042 is there is big maps, but there are only big maps. Yeah. Only big maps with absolutely nothing.
Big,
and so
empty maps, yeah.
That's why the game got better over time. Even with the shitty reworks, like Hourglass was still just huge, but it was tolerable because there was smaller maps and stuff. So it wasn't like, oh my god, we got this map. So.
Connor, I want you to have the last word, so Sam can answer the questions first. I want you to answer those 3 questions yourself since you took the time to put this together.
Yeah, sure.
You stud.
I'm going first?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you go first.
I'd say my hype is probably in 8. I think I'm still a little nervous of them just not getting where they need to be by launch, or just after the beta weekend, just realizing a ton more people have pre-ordered and then just not doing what they have to do to get to that point. A little nervous. I think it's great. It's going in the right direction. I think there are some things that need to be changed. Things I would change. I think the biggest issue in my eyes is the classes. And most in particular, the open weapons, universal weapons for everyone. I just feel like the classes don't feel individually useful outside of engineer and support. And then it's like, why run anything else when you can just run any gun on them?
That's what
When the
and
actual
this
gun
is what you'd
benefits aren't
bring.
that big.
This is what you'd bring up to the CEO there.
Yeah.
He's probably
this
watching
is,
live right now.
This is
He's
the
listening.
number one issue, I think. Because you're just going to have problems you had in 2042. Like, I think they need to flip it. Like, it needs to be hard lock, but have a universal, maybe categories like they did in Battlefield 4, or have a universal playlist. But I think the main thing has to be locked to make the class feel better. Because right now, the assault feels pointless
It does.
outside of
This
getting
class
a
isn't
shotgun. Yeah.
You pre-ordering this
And
baby?
let's-
First few days sale or skip?
Ah,
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what the pre-orders actually get you. I haven't really looked yet, so I might check them out.
Well,
If it's anything, I assume it's
pretty
gonna be
much
free DLC. So
there's no
pre-ordering,
premium anything.
yeah.
So
Pre-order is
everything's in-
just gonna be
you just get some
visual.
goodies, pretty much. Yeah.
I might look. If it's nothing that wows me, I might just buy it the day it actually launches. Or I don't know
Well, I
if
mean,
I'll pre-order it.
the idea with day 1, day 3 thing is like you wait until you see like, okay, the game's not a disaster. Like pre-order is like you have faith pretty much that the game's gonna be whatever, and that's why you're pre-ordering it. But
Yeah, I'll
here-
probably be a day 1 to 3 guy. I'll most likely be a day 1 guy.
see, yeah,
yeah,
I don't
you'll
wanna
see
give-
the minute that it launches. Okay,
I just
there's
don't
no
want to give them the
catastrophic thing.
pre-order money. That's how I feel.
yeah. See, that's just like me, Sam. It's just the way I feel. Make them feel the pain for another 24 hours. Connor, how about you? Like I said, you've taken
Before I-
time to
Me.
lay out this.
Burn me once, shame on you. Burn me twice. Not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen.
Chris has a couple.
So I'll just read quickly, very quickly. Chris has been in the audience the whole time. Thank you very much. Discord writing in the chat.
Thank you, Chris.
Chris said his level of hype is at an 8 out of 10. His feedback is that he needs that sniper glint turned down, which,
Sure.
from what I've heard playing games with him, big Battlefield 1 fan, has lots of hours, especially on recon. And so this is coming from a hardcore sniper, basically, is that the glint's a little too excessive. Said, I might pre-order it, and I might get the fancy edition, the fancy version. So I guess that's the Phantom edition, where you get a bunch of Battlefield 4 cosmetics, which is pretty cool.
Oh,
Tombstone
And a bunch
skins.
of like battle pass stuff.
Battle Pass, you get the
skin
Battle
gears
Pass.
and
But
stuff.
for myself, level of hype right now, I'm at a 9 for the launch of the game. For the weekend specifically, I'm at a 10. Is for this beta, it's like I feel like I'm having withdrawal. Like it's just like I get back on Xbox yesterday, I'm like, what the hell am I supposed to play? I need
Yeah, I
this
can't
game.
wait for Thursday
It
now.
isn't fair that they took away my child. I need it.
Mhm.
we're going to be driving home fast from
baby.
paintball on Saturday. Hey, I mentioned paintball in the podcast. Lancaster, it's going to be
He's
real
gonna
warm,
call in
guys.
6.
Starting at 9, we're done at 1. We're online at 4.
Exactly. Get us home. But
I'll still be in my paintball clothes playing.
There you go.
no, so I'm hyped for this weekend. Piece of feedback, I can agree with what everybody said, but for me, in betas is you see everybody like naked, I guess, in it, that there's no cosmetics. I hope it stays the way that everything stays grounded, realistic in terms of
Mhm.
cosmetics. I don't want any glowy skins as much as that, whatever, because you can make cool skins that are realistic. Like I think all the operators, none of them are look crazy good, like crazy cool. But I think all the guys just look cool because they just all fit the setting. It's not like you play your Black Ops 6 where it's just these default operators. They just look too generic. I think that people look cool now, and I just hope that they don't ruin it and put game breaking. Yeah, definitely tactical. I hope that they don't mess up the cosmetics, because that's the big thing for me in Battlefield is just feeling immersed.
Yes.
And yeah, your character can be screaming when they get blown up by a grenade, but if you see like Elmo run around the corner, he's the one who throw the grenade. It's gonna just ruin the vibe. So I just hope that if they ever do cosmetics too, like a partnership, I hope that it's within EA, like their own stuff maybe. Like, I don't want it to be Fortnite. I felt like in 2042 they did the Dead Space collab with the zombie mode, and I felt like putting Isaac Clarke in the game fits. Even though Dead Space takes place in like 2500, it still fit the setting. So I hope if they do anything, it's just smart and not anything crazy in terms of the cosmetics. And the last question, this game, I think it's got to be pre-order, because even if it's broken on launch, I want to be there. I want to play it because I have faith that they're going to fix it. No, EA fixes their games as much crap as they get. Battlefield, they always fix it. Battlefield 5, they fixed. 2042, they fixed, but it was kind of fundamentally broken, so it wasn't perfect. Battlefront 2, they fixed. They can fix games, and so I'm willing to be there for the long haul because this beta blew my socks off. So
Yeah,
Nice.
kind of agree with that last point you said. I mean, especially they want what 100 million players. If they're gonna hit that number, which is crazy, they're gonna have to make this best Battlefield, best first-person shooter on the market and put time into it, keep it up to date. I mean, I've seen crazy things with the portal that they're coming out with.
that mode looks awesome.
Let's
you
not
can play
drone
modes from Halo Reach.
I know.
Yeah.
That's the next podcast, because I could talk about that for hours, man. That is
it's
very
at
much hype.
Yeah.
Very much hype.
There's so much to talk about. I could 3 hours just discussing visuals alone.
Well, to be efficient, next time we'll get on 2.5 hours early and we'll chop it into 3 shows. And instead of 3 nights, it's 1 night. But that's where we choose. But like I said, hey, hopefully, is that cool? Do you want me to outro this, Connor?
Yeah. Oh, all good. Perfect.
Once again, I want to emphasize, I think we're all feeling it. I think we all want the same feeling in the second weekend we had in the first. If it's different, it's because we're even more excited. I want to thank our special guest, Sam. Sam, thanks for coming out.
Thanks for having me.
We'll have you out next time too. We'll have Connor's people. We'll talk to your people to schedule that. I want to thank Mike, who we're going to see more C1D podcasts, and yes, they're going to be about paintball. We're just going to have these Officers Club from time to time. Again, paintballers, even airsofters like this game. It is a great game. Something's got to get you through the winter. I normally say it's video games, and then I realize, well, I pretty much play year-round. And last but certainly not least, the man, the myth, the legend, my son, Connor, for jotting some ideas down for this show. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, no problem. It's my pleasure. I have to give a little shout out to GPT-5, though, coming up with these little broad things.
I tell you what, Connor, for those of you watching our YouTube version of this, you might have noticed he had to switch locations because his battery in his laptop were dying.
It was on 1%. I was cutting in and out. I couldn't hear anybody.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for listening. We will be doing more of these. We'll just be talking. It's a community. We have life off the paintball field, yet the fun I have with these guys, and even with Sam over the years playing video games, I mean, this is how we do a lot of social interaction these days. And I'll tell you what, the 3 people in this lobby right now, and Chris too, who's an avid listener, great person to be in the community. I appreciate you guys. There's no other people I would rather be doing this with except the rest of the C1D guys, because we got something good. This game hopefully is at the right keeps on that trajectory. We'll do another one again. Thanks for listening. Remember, at the end of the day, it is just a game.
Thanks for listening, and don't forget to like us, rate us, and tell everybody about us. Thanks for listening.